Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how are you?
Up?
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
We are Murder by Love. I'm the lead singer. My name's Gambit.
Araya, I play synthesizer keys. Mike, I play drums, bass, drums, guitar.
He does it all.
Archangel,
Yeah.
bass.
Archangel. You should have said
Steve,
Warren.
whatever.
We're very excited to be on your show. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. So, how did you get the name of the band?
That was a long thing in the making. We were called Aurora Sky. We had a different project that was more heavy rock, and we had done so many different. We got really close to making it again, and recorded some music with one of the top producers of the world, Ben Gross, and had an all-star cast on that album and everything. It just came so close again, and then we just got to a point. Mike and I had been playing metal music for years and years in different bands and toured together in the different bands, and we just kind of like woke up one day and we're like, we've done this like our entire adult lives, and maybe it's time to do something new and get back to our roots of growing up in the 80s pop world, you know, Duran Duran and Depeche Mode and everything, and we wanted to take a crack at writing that style of music, but making it modern sounding, but have that new wave.
More dancey, more
So, yeah.
more positive, you know. Not
Yeah,
so
positive music. So anyway, to your question, we had picked out another name called Nova Nouveau, and nobody could pronounce it or spell it correctly, the French spelling. And so maybe this isn't such a good idea for a name. And so as a throwback to my father, my late father, who was a famous musician, Speedy West Jr., he had a band in the 80s called Maya, and we grew up together in nightclubs all the time because our parents were in Maya together. And so their biggest album, Maya's biggest album, was called Murder by Love. And I looked it up one day, and nobody had that name yet. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. I love that name. We all love that name. It's like,
it's
It's perfect.
yeah. And Andrew and Steve, they have a boat, and they actually they named the boat Murder by Love.
Yeah.
And we were just out like drinking, having a good time. We were like, wait a second, what about fucking Murder by Love?
Yeah.
We were having a good time. We were on a boat. It was a vibe, and man, it just worked out, you know.
Yeah.
So
time for hard questions time now. What would you like? What would you like to leave as your legacy?
wow.
that is a tough
For
one.
me, it's changed. I know getting old, a little bit older, but it's, I definitely want to have our name out there, being like mega stars, when you do that as being younger, it's, I don't know.
I think to just make a positive impact
Exactly.
when there's amongst this world that we all live in that's so negative, and there's so much negativity that surrounds all of us, and we've got enough problems as there is. To us, it doesn't make sense to make negative ass music that brings people down even further. It's nice to make music that makes people want to dance and
Encourages people.
Being in it so long too is, there's some sacrifices, and becoming huge and having your life, seeing what it's done to some people, part of that you don't want, and so it's trying to balance being happy still playing music, because if it's not fun anymore and you're not happy, then I don't, what's the point of doing it?
we're just ready to party. Like we just
Yeah.
want to, at all of our shows, we make sure to bring the party, and
Yeah.
that's what we want people to let go of whatever bullshit's going on in their life, and for those moments, escape at our shows and be able to dance and let go. So that's the legacy I feel like we want to leave.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna get the hard ones out of the way, so we'll just keep going with that.
Okay.
Last Supper scenario: you you Last Supper scenario. Who's your 12? You have to have one female though.
Why one? No, there's no girls allowed. No, I'm just kidding.
One female.
One female.
As a musician or just anybody?
Musicians. It could be a cartoon. It could be
Yeah.
whoever you want at
Well,
your table. Who do you want at your
Can I go
table?
first?
Yeah. At our
I'm gonna
table.
say Jack Nicholson, Kiefer Sutherland, Michael Keaton, Harrison Ford, and
Okay.
then now we got to throw in. What do you
Yeah,
want? Simon
So
LeBon,
Prince is going to be there.
Prince,
For,
yeah, Prince.
Michael Jackson,
Okay.
Sting. All right, Sting. That's 8.
Johnny Depp, but I've always loved him, regardless of what's
Oh,
been
he's
going on.
he's busy. No, we'd rather
Okay,
have
well,
his
okay.
trashy wife,
Bill Mosley,
Bill Mosley.
Chop Top.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Texas Chop Top.
Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder that played Jason the most times. Gunnar Hansen, the original
I'd
Leatherface.
say Robert England as well.
We're obviously huge horror fans, so
Yeah.
we didn't put the
Oh, the female.
Or the female.
Me is it's Alessandra Ambrosio. So I mean, I've always loved
What about Amy Grant?
whatever.
I vote for Amy Grant.
I'll stick with the Victoria's Secret model. So.
There's a British singer named Foxes that I'd like to have there.
Okay.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Can't go wrong with Jessica Alba. I mean,
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
there's 15 girls for you.
Okay.
Maybe when
Yeah. There would be a lot at our table.
So what would you be serving though?
pistachio stuffed veal rolls for sure.
All righty then.
man.
Maybe some
Well, you're from Jersey, so I mean, are you Italian?
No.
No, my dad's from Jersey,
No.
so I mean, I grew up with Italian family, so I mean, that's most of my stuff would be.
I'm
Italian.
thinking like the Texas State Brazil stuff where they like slice the meat off for you. You know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Great.
King crab legs and lobster. Steve can't have any because he doesn't like it. So
Steve would have the peanut butter fluff sandwiches.
You can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it.
I'm a big Elvis fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we do a lot together. As we're basically a family. I mean we spend so much time together. We go on trips together, and you know what I mean. So we share a lot of the same interests and things like that. So
love adventures.
yeah, adventure. We're all about
I
adventure.
like vacations.
That'd be another legacy to leave behind.
Yeah, we like boating and four wheeling and ATVing and haunted houses and
Yeah, we own a haunted house as well, which is kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
not a haunted house, but a haunted attraction.
Yeah.
Haunted
Where's
house.
Where's that located at?
It's here in Oklahoma City. It's off of Northeast 10th and I-35, a place called Lost Lakes. So the haunted house is called Nightfall Haunted Territory, and we're like 9th best haunt in the world. We got voted last October, so
Nice.
we're in the top 10. So
It's on what, 15 acres?
we're pretty crazy as a band. We just do
It's
all
on
kinds of
60
shit.
acres?
So.
60 acres. So
It's what, 40?
If you could
An
if
hour.
you could pick a song to describe you to send somebody, what would it be?
a song that's somebody else like that we're similar to. Is that what you?
No, a song that would describe you that you could send somebody.
Oh, definitely Naked Eyes.
one of our songs or anybody's song.
Anybody's.
I have to say, man,
That's a tough one.
I've got
right
it.
there.
I've got it.
He's got it. What you got?
Boys of Summer, Don Henley.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Boys of Summer.
Yeah.
Kind of sums it all up: the adventure, the summer, the partying, the water, everything.
that or Let's Go Crazy, Prince.
That's a good one, too.
Let's Go Crazy is a good one.
We're happy to have Prince in our band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish, man. It's too sad.
I have no idea what that happens. I'm gonna put the comments on the screen so you guys can see it as well.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hello.
What's up, Ronald?
Or is that you? That's Rob. Yeah. Hi, Ronald. We want everybody that pops up on the screen to go on adventures with us.
Yeah.
So if you come out to a show, you get to
So-
go on adventures with us.
If they want to come by through Halloween, just let them know that like they watched this or whatever, and we'll
Yeah.
come to the haunted house.
If
on
they
down.
come out to the haunted house and they watch this, then you just let us know and we'll get you in free.
That's
Yeah, we
pretty
parked the
awesome of
boat
you
in-
guys.
We take shots on the boat.
Yeah.
So,
So what's your favorite Halloween movie then? Well, horror or
Horror movie, Halloween movie.
man,
Everybody's
I
gonna
mean,
have
mine's
something different.
the original Nightmare on Elm Street is mine, but I mean, my favorite Halloween movie, like as in Michael Myers, would be the first.
You meant horror movie, right?
or horror movie.
I meant horror, yeah, but
Okay. Not Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, it's
So Freddy Krueger for him.
two
Friday
original.
the 13th for me.
Is
Oh,
that the same
God.
for you?
well, I mean, which
Oh.
Friday the 13th? Though? That's the
Ooh.
Part
question.
7.
Part seven.
Part seven.
Part seven's
jam.
good.
That's good.
I think yours is probably Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah,
Part
Texas
2.
Chainsaw 2, and then
2 and 3.
Friday the 13th, 2 and 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4.
Three's got
They're
the
kind of
hottest-
like one movie.
Three's got the hottest chicks.
My
Three
favorite
does have
is
the
the
hottest
original
chicks.
Texas Chainsaw, the 1974.
Yeah, that's hard to beat.
It is.
I just that to this day
It's
that
just
movie
gritty
terrifies
and raw
me.
and just
Part 2 is good though too. With
Believable.
the campiness and Oklahoma, Texas.
so with that being said, which one of you think would be able to last the entire horror movie? If you're put in the horror movie, who's gonna die
Well,
first?
Steve.
It's all-
Steve.
it's all depends which one of us can run the fastest.
Yeah.
He's always in the back, so
I think we're all surviving.
I'm probably going to be the first to get grabbed.
yeah.
I'm always watching from behind.
And we're all doomed because we drink, smoke, and party, and have
Yeah.
sex. So.
It just all depends.
Yeah.
I mean, when Leo rolls up on us and we're having a good time and having shots, I mean, is he going to cut us up or is he going to, have a couple with us, join in? So,
Yeah.
I think we could convince him to have a couple
Oh,
shots
that's a
with us.
yeah.
Yeah.
That probably will work. Yeah.
Out of all your songs, which one would you want in a horror movie?
Oh,
Lost
probably
Boys.
Lost
Probably
Boys.
Lost Boys, yeah.
We wrote a song about the movie Lost Boys,
Yeah.
the vampire movie. So that
Yes.
would definitely. We wrote it like at picturing ourselves as the Lost Boys because we constantly go out and ride motorcycles and ride four wheelers on adventures and razors and all that stuff. So we're kind of that way, and I think we're vampires as well.
Plus, we had a show last year. It ended up getting canceled because of a lot of people came down with COVID. But with Tim Capello, who the sax player that's in the movie and stuff like that, we were supposed to play a show with him actually out at our haunted house because we have there's stages out there around the lake and stuff. So
Yeah, we're
That's-
gonna have
hopefully this year we can get it going. But
a
we'll
whole
see.
Lost Boys themed concert. So
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's funny because we didn't even mention that movie as one of our favorites, but it is one of our favorites. So.
I kind of figured you were going to go there, but I mean, I kind of figured you were going to say that, but I'm kind of surprised you didn't.
We have Alzheimer's.
I don't consider it a horror movie. Though.
Yeah, but it's still a Halloween based.
True.
I don't know.
Okay, is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Ooh man,
That's a good question.
I go Halloween.
It's a Halloween movie.
It's a Halloween movie.
Yeah,
You can watch it
Thank
at
you.
Christmas.
yeah, exactly.
That is the ongoing debate I have with people.
I just don't really
How do they
see.
consider it a Christmas movie?
I don't see myself watching Home Alone and the Santa Claus and then Die Hard and then jumping to Nightmare Before Christmas at Christmas time. Because most people don't think of Die Hard as a Christmas movie, but one and two.
I get into that debate all the time. I hope Joe is watching and Sarah, but
Joe.
yeah, I get it.
Sarah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It
Lethal
is.
Weapon's a Christmas movie.
Yes,
Lethal
it
Weapon
is.
a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You need to realize it's not snowing outside. Doesn't mean
Christmas in California.
So if you guys weren't playing music, what would you be doing?
The same shit we do now. I mean, the adventures and everything like that.
Going on mission.
Go mission. Oh, now you've opened up a whole nother box of worms. So that whole phase when you were like an adolescent teen and you liked breaking into places and abandoned places and things that are haunted and stuff, that's we just forgot to grow up, I guess, and we still do that. So
I've always wanted to do like those big sailboat teams that like do the sailboat racing and stuff like that. I've always wanted. That was something that is all I would love to do something like that.
one of our
Something
videos is
about
going to be shot on a sailboat because of this guy.
That'd be very interesting.
We got to bring back we've got the whole Duran Duran vibe
Yeah.
when we play and dress up and all that stuff. So we love their vibe from, well, even now. So they're one of the few 80s bands that still make music to this day, and great music.
Great music.
Mm,
That last album's awesome.
it is. It's-
So what is your favorite love ballad?
Love ballad.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
Headed
it's
for
a,
Heart
it's
Rate.
a, re-
yeah.
it's
Well,
a recent one for me, but Should Have Known Better by Richard Marx. For some reason, I just came on to learning that song. I absolutely love it.
You don't even know who Richard Marx is.
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like I was about to say, Headed for Heartbreak by Winger.
That's
Winger.
a good one.
That or Peter Cetera's Restless. So that one right there. That'll make the girls get.
I like Send Her My Love by Journey. That's a good one. Or, oh, what's that song Steve Perry does? Foolish Heart. Yeah.
But the love ballads, they go into
I don't
so
know.
many
Yeah.
genres. You know what I mean? You've got
There's
like
that.
you've got the '80s hair metal ballads.
Yeah,
you know, you've
yeah.
got
White Snake.
Oh, Is
Oh,
This
I-
Love?
yeah. Is this love?
So, some people don't even know that Avenged Sevenfold did a love ballad.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
warmness
know
of the soul. Yeah, warmness of the soul.
Mm. What album was that on?
I can picture it. It's the purple one with the angel.
City of Evil.
No, it's literally an angel. It's purple. I'll send it to you guys later. I can't.
Nightmare.
I can Google it. I'm not sure. It's the city's purple. I remember that much.
Oh, we're forgetting Foreigner. Foreigner's got
Oh,
some
well,
excellent
yeah, I
love
mean-
ballad. Waiting for a Girl Like You.
Yeah.
That makes me want to be a
That's
girl.
power ballad.
It's 2022. You can do whatever you want, sir.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good point.
You
No
can do
shame.
whatever you want.
No shame.
Out of all of you, who's the common collective one when shit goes wrong?
Common collective one. I mean, we're all pretty mild tempered. So
On stage, Mike and I can be a little hot-headed when shit goes wrong. We're gonna be like hot-tempered, but I don't know. I think
I would probably be the
Steve
common
is.
yeah, Steve.
Steve's the common collector. He's just kind of over there like, all right, well,
Yeah, whatever.
it is what it is. So we
How many
to have
times have you-
that stuff.
How many times have you tripped over a wire?
At least 3,000.
I lost count.
Every single time we
Yeah.
That's why we all went wireless. Even the drums are wireless. I don't even sit behind a kit anymore. I just hit like various parts of my body,
Yeah.
all wireless. So no more
All
tripping.
wireless.
He's like that.
You know,
Yeah. He did all the beats with his chest and stuff, and his mouth.
Yeah.
Always tripping on shit. You know, because we bring out a big slip and slide on stage, and we just get a running start.
Yeah.
Get the crowd involved.
That seems very interesting.
Yeah.
If you could pick your own bill, who would you want on it?
What?
Or on Bill
Oh,
show.
Who to
Yeah.
play with?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Like living, obviously, right now.
Living?
Or anybody.
No. We can do living and we can do deceased.
So living,
Man.
Duran for sure.
absolutely
Yeah.
right.
I like to play with the Killers.
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode, Killers.
Maybe Huey Lewis in the News. Mr.
Mr.
The Police.
fucking awesome.
The
Yeah,
Police.
Mr. Mister would be.
That's going to be a huge bill. It's going to turn into a festival.
You got to throw Com Truise on there too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The best electronic artist out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a love ballad I just thought of. Sorry. It's not a love ballad, but it's kind of like a love, like RSB Wagon, Time for Me to Fly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, that's like the
Okay.
ultimate, like, sorry chick. Like, I'm just.
That's
dude.
funny.
No, I just think it's good.
It's good.
It's
It is
good. It's real good.
It's good.
It's good.
Sorry.
That's another. REO Speedwagon's another band that they told the singer would never be good enough to make it. And there he went.
Sting was one
Make
Yeah.
a
of
note.
those. Yeah.
Time for him to fly. But as far as deceased people,
Prince.
Prince, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Prince.
Tom Petty.
Yeah,
Tom Petty.
That's
Bowie.
Okay.
Bowie.
Tom Petty by himself or with the Heartbreakers?
Heartbreakers.
Because there's a big difference.
Yeah,
Heartbreakers.
Yeah, with the Heartbreakers.
We do even do the traveling Wilburys.
Oh,
Almost all of them are dead now. I don't even know if the guy from ELO is alive
Bob
still.
Dylan's the only one left.
Oh, Bob Dylan. Huh. Roy Orbison and Tom Petty and George Harrison. I can never remember the singer of ELO.
George Harrison's my favorite Beatle. Not a big Beatles fan, but
Beatle.
he's my favorite.
He's his favorite Beatle
Yeah.
from Manchester,
Steve-
New York.
Steve Winwood talks way more like his
We-
British. Just like
We we went to a Steve Winwood concert years ago, and we got to meet him. And so we're outside his bus, and you know he's like up there saying like, "Send me, bring me a higher love," and you can't tell the guy has an accent whatsoever. And then we meet him, and he's like, "We're like, where are you from exactly?" And he's like, "From around the Manchester." He had this like severe deep accent, and it was amazing. We just didn't
I
pick up.
never understood that. Like,
About what the Beatles are from.
Everything's so clear, like you can't tell.
no, like I'll be honest with some musicians. Like, you hear them speak, but you hear them sing, and it's like, oh my god, like totally different.
Like what kind of
Person.
sorcery is going on right now? Like,
I kind of wish I had an accent.
well, I mean, we
All
are
right,
from Oklahoma, so a lot of people think we have that.
everybody
accent.
thinks we do. We don't have cowboys riding down the middle of the fucking highway. Actually, we
Unless-
did have
unless
them.
they're
Why not?
There's a lot, they'll get on the highway.
We actually did.
Why
have
not?
them. It's made like national.
Gas prices are high. Go get a horse.
Yeah.
Be clickety clacking all the way to work.
Yeah.
Exactly. Clickety clacking.
I mean, the Amish are laughing now.
Yeah.
They are.
Paying for gas, they're clickety clacking all the way to where the fuck they're going.
Yep.
Build a fucking barn.
Yeah. With pastel colored shirts on.
I'm telling you, man.
You tell the Amish we're on our way.
They're fucking bosses.
Anybody Amish watching this?
I have no idea.
Probably not. Can't.
Hezekiah
Can't.
Munson.
We're being watched all over the world. I don't know where anybody is at the moment.
They're all Amish. Everybody's Amish.
Brother Hezekiah.
Hezekiah.
All right, top 10. Okay, top 5 CDs to bring to a desert island. And of course, yes, you're going to have a CD player, so don't.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Uh,
And a
so, I
generator.
mean, everybody go, and then we'll collectively pick one.
Top 5 CDs.
Like
Mhm.
greatest hits work,
Yeah, dude.
like Duran Duran.
You can do the greatest hits. You can do a box set if you need to.
I would do Welcome to the Real World by Mr. Mister. Hands down.
I would have to bring him Michael Jackson album, Thriller, or Bad.
I think Bad's better too.
Yeah, I know. You'd want Purple Rain.
But I'd want the ones that just had all the unreleased stuff with it. So it's like about 22 songs. So, yeah.
Naked Eyes, Greatest Hits.
Yes, Naked Eyes Greatest.
Yeah,
Hits.
there's a few of those albums that just every song is fucking amazing. Even though they weren't, a lot of them weren't even hits. They're just all of Mr. Mister's Real World album and
Yeah.
Naked Eyes,
Hall and Oates.
Hall and Oates. Wow. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
They can sing the paintings up for somebody.
I bring some Cruella.
Tears for Fears.
Get Wet album.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good.
Ooh, Get Wet. Don't tempt me with a Get Wet time.
Don't tempt me with a
So-
sloppy tongue.
So, what was your first CD you ever bought yourself? Not gifted.
Oh, first
Out of
CD.
your own money. It
That
could be
would be-
tape.
Corn, Life is Peachy.
That was the
Hell
first
yeah.
album.
First CD.
First
Wow.
CD.
That wasn't their first CD.
No,
That's the
but
one I
no,
paid
no.
for.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
I'm just saying that's not their first CD.
I bought the first album I ever purchased for myself was Silverchair Frog Stomp.
Hell
That
yeah.
changed my life. That and the first
Those
Corn
could-
album.
Mine
Hell
was the
yeah.
Filter
I don't know if you
album.
can. I don't know if you can see it because of the green screen. But
Ooh,
Oh,
nice. We didn't even know you had that on. We thought
yeah,
you
the
were
green
naked.
screens. Ooh,
The first CD that I ever bought was Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera.
okay.
That wasn't the first one I see album I owned. The first album I owned, which I didn't buy, was And Justice for All by Metallica.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the first full album that, like, when I actually fully had a full album to absorb. And Justice for All was the first one.
What about the first cassette tape?
That
That was-
was a cassette.
Oh,
so, I
mine
mean,
was my first cassette tape was Bad.
Mine was Bobby Brown. Don't be cruel.
First
Mine was.
CD.
My first CD and first tape was the same thing.
Was what?
I said my first CD and my first tape was the same record.
which one?
Pearl Jam 10.
Nice.
All right.
That was a great album.
Phenomenal album.
So we're all heavy rock people and deep down inside, but now we're 80s new wave people.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, this whole project, we never really put a label on it. We literally just opened up our recording session and just started laying some shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it literally just took shape kind of on its own. We didn't really guide it or anything. It just, everything that was in us from our childhoods and everything, it just started to spill out, you know, onto tape. So it was pretty organic and pretty fucking amazing, if you ask me.
Yeah,
It's really cool because now, like in the other bands that I've been in anyway, that we always hit that writer's block, that point where you're just stumped and you can't, every idea you come up with is shit and you're out of ideas basically. And I think it had a lot to do with being driven mainly just by guitar. And so it was constantly up to me to write everything. And joining these guys and creating this has been the craziest dream come true because of that alone. Like every one of us records every instrument. Like he doesn't do Stu keyboards. He'll write other parts. I'll write. I even come up with drum parts sometimes with my mouth just for him to figure out on drums and stuff. And he writes guitar and bass, and Steve's helping with the other keyboard parts. And everybody's writing everything. They all write lyrics, and it's just such a collaborative effort. And we don't put any constraints or limits
There's no
on
stress either on the person.
we don't even know what the hell we're writing about. Like we're never usually like, hey, let's write about this. We just start writing the music, and however the music makes us feel is what that song becomes about. So we have the opposite problem. We can't stop writing, and sometimes that's a problem too, because it's a
Not,
good problem
not
to have.
necessarily.
Sometimes we don't focus enough on one song, so we get like,
It's more about what are we going to release and which one do you think is better. That's kind of where more of the art.
yeah,
I
we
wouldn't
get
say
like
arguments,
15
but like,
different
like
ideas
this.
going, and like we got to go back and start finishing each one and stuff. So we have like another 20 songs to release besides the EP we just put out in January called The Night Affair. So yeah, it's an awesome problem.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime band for us. Like, this is what we have. It's just like, it's a very special thing. We don't take it for granted, and it's pretty amazing what happens when we all get together and just start creating. It's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like magic.
Magic.
So do you
Hey,
have
man,
like a
Up in the chorus cutters, you know what I mean? The old silvers or the banquets, and it just starts happening.
Yep.
so do you have a muse at all, or anybody that motivates you to write?
Oh, a muse. Huh.
A lot of mine is the, it's like the perception of like what the old relationships used to look like when everything was happy and stuff. It's like, are you still? It's like I'm talking to that girl that once was, and she's not there anymore or whatever. That muse is always, it's kind of the past for me, anyways. When I'm
Yeah.
thinking of stuff.
We all have a lot of positive people in our lives that encourage us and really champion what we're doing. But I mean, as far as a muse goes, I mean, like, we're almost each other's muses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we feed off of each other. Like, there's not like a rehearsal or a recording session doesn't go by where there's some just great idea that happens in the moment. I mean, and literally, we may go to the studio and we're like, okay, well, we're working on this song, and then Araya comes or Andrew comes or Steve or whoever comes and like, hey, I got this idea, this fucking bass line I've been hearing in my head. And then before you know it, boom, we're on that song and it's just happening. So we kind of really, help ourselves out internally, with the whole muse thing. So
Yeah.
the band Muse is pretty good too. They're not our muse, but they are pretty good.
They are good. I think for me, my father is a big muse that since he passed away, he's a big influence in muse. And sometimes, as stupid as this may sound, is I feel in our recording sessions, just like he's talking about when we're not expecting it, I almost feel like his arms come around and like just grab me, and I'm suddenly doing things that more tasteful than I even have a talent for,
Right.
or anything. Shit that I wouldn't not ever normally done starts coming out, and so I feel like, and we all feel that, because even though we got to play my dad's the last time he stood on stage was with us, and it was at a benefit concert, and after making a career of 45 years of being a musician live and making a career out of it, to be on stage with him 12 days before he died was just it's stuck with all of us for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely.
So it's crazy what stuff like that will happen spiritually.
Plus, egos are checked at the door. We know so much about each other. There's no
there's no
bullshit like that.
There's no fighting or bickering or who's better.
Yeah.
It's we're all that's bullshit. So
Yeah, we lift each other up, man.
we're friends
You guys
first,
still-
a band. So anyway,
So do you guys still have the instruments that you had when you were starting out?
Yeah.
Mm.
a lot of them, some of
Yeah.
them, some of
Yeah.
them. Oh boy,
Got to get the very first bass right here.
let's see. Like really get the light in that. That's a beautiful thing.
No,
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I still have my original guitar. My dad made my original good guitar. My dad gave me a piece of shit $100. Not that there's anything wrong with $100 guitars, but this thing was a piece of shit. And he said, if I made him a promise and I proved to him that I was actually going to become a guitar player and keep up with it, then he would buy me whatever guitar I wanted of my choice. And so I picked out a Paul Reed Smith guitar because I was fascinated and obsessed with the band Silverchair, and
Daniel Johns to be exact.
yeah, and I wanted those kind of guitars that he played, and he bought me that one. And to this day, oddly enough, it's the guitar that we use for all of our recording. Every single producer that we've ever had is just like, oh my God, like that guitar has a special sound, and it's the only instrument that survived all of our equipment being stolen years and years and years ago. So it's the only thing that survived, so it didn't get stolen.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys flip it on me now.
All right.
Ask away.
How many times have you seen Korn in concert?
Good question. That's a good
At
question.
least 12 to 13.
Damn. How many times have you seen us in concert?
Unfortunately, 0 at the moment.
He's like, I don't even want to hear you guys.
What's your favorite Korn album?
Yeah.
That's a hard one. I'm gonna probably have to say self-titled.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That started it all.
That right
It really
there
did.
kicked off.
That album changed my life, literally.
Yeah.
Like, I was such a pussy in the beginning of high school and all through like middle school and everything. I was just a mama's boy, like little pussy that I got beat up all the time in school and all this shit and just bullied constantly, right? So, and I, what's confusing is that I took martial arts and stuff and knew how to whoop ass and would, you know, close up and like get afraid and get the shit beat out of me constantly. And so, hearing that album, I'll never forget. I was at the first band I was ever in was this stupid punk band, and someone had it on their what was it, Napster or something maybe, their screensaver on their Packard Bell computer probably, and when they type in the password, it would start the part of Chutes and Ladders where he's like.
Yeah.
Give a dog a bone, and it goes into that heavy part where he's screaming. I was like, "What in the fuck is this?" And it terrified me, and I had to go buy the album, obviously. And I just didn't understand what the hell it was all about. And even though that heavy music had existed years before with Sepultura and Pantera and Slayer and all that shit, I just once I heard that, it changed my life. I got the album, and everything he's singing about in that first album, it just like sunk into my soul, and I started punching walls and shit and getting fucking pissed. All that anger I had, built up inside of me came out. And then for the last 2 years of high school, I was an asshole, and I came out and I beat the shit out of everybody that ever beat me up. And I protected all the other kids that were like bullied constantly in school because I knew what that was like. So
yeah, I actually think that album doesn't get enough recognition. You know what I mean? Like, so we can go back to like Nirvana, Nevermind. Whenever they came out with Smells Like Teen Spirit, it completely changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It changed everything. You know what I mean?
There were a lot of albums that were incredible.
But the first Korn album, what people don't realize is it did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get the recognition that Nevermind gets. That first Korn album did exactly the same thing with the Nirvana album. It literally changed. It introduced
changed music.
It changed music. It introduced new metal.
Yeah.
Like everything changed after that album.
Yeah. We called it new metal afterwards. But
they're the godfathers of new metal.
Yeah.
And Faith No More had a little help in that too. But for me personally, I mean, the first Korn album, and then I love Path of Totality. Love that album.
Yeah.
No, Korn, Path of
oh,
Totality.
I don't even know.
Yeah. It's one where they had like Skrillex and shit.
Oh yeah,
I
that
like
was cool.
Issues.
Yeah.
I like Issues a lot. Issues had a couple. They kind of went back to the creepy sound with like the first album.
Yeah.
Issues. The third one, so commercialized. But
They're fucking brilliant, man.
yeah, they are.
They are. I mean, they just continuously reinvent themselves. You know, they're just brilliant.
Couple of cold ones.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Yeah. Do you watch scary movies?
No.
How about now?
No.
Will after tonight.
What's your favorite '80s like comedy like movie?
That's a good question.
Or like, I mean, I don't even know what are they called. I mean, like the whole like 16 Candles and Weird Science and like all those movies.
Yeah.
Those
They're
are
like John
80s.
Hughes. Like, yeah, fucking adolescent.
I mean,
Some of
if I had a, I'm gonna say Pretty in Pink.
Nice.
There you go.
Pretty Pink's good. Some Kind of Wonderful is a good one too. That's an underlooked John Hughes movie. Pretty.
That and Breakfast Club. Like, if you're gonna
Oh, Breakfast Club. I mean,
choose 80s movies, that's those are classics.
Did you ever see St. Elmo's Fire?
I've heard of it. I'm not.
That's That's probably one of my favorite '80s movies.
That's
Like
what
of that kind of.
Jimmy Moore is smoking in that movie.
Yeah. It's got Rob Lowe and Emilio Estevez. I don't know.
It's got a lot of people.
But like, I came late in the game. I was born in '83, so like I've seen some of it. But
I'm 83, so we're the same age.
yeah, I saw some of it.
Hell yeah!
Are you a musician yourself?
Mediocre at best. I play acoustic when I have time to.
Nice.
I'm more into photography now and this. So
Oh, yeah.
like behind the scenes stuff. I'm
How long have you been doing this?
almost 5 years.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Almost 300 episodes.
Wow.
nice.
Damn, you've been working.
Yeah.
So, I guess my next question is: do you not go to haunted houses during October?
I do. I just don't do the bubble rooms though.
The one that feels like you're suffocating.
Yeah, no.
And
Well, we
Big
don't
guys.
have that yet, so
ours is all outside with like built, like actual, like houses on it.
yeah, we built like Michael Myers' house, the
Yeah.
facade, and the original Texas Chainsaw House, and
Yeah.
Jason's shack.
I can do that. I just can't do those bubble rooms or small spaces. I'm a big guy. Doesn't work well with me.
Come down for whenever, man.
Yeah, you should come
Be
down.
our guest, man.
be our guest. Be our
We
guest.
might have a
Yeah.
show we're playing there because, like I said, there's a stage set out by one of the lakes that's on the property there. So we might
That's
be having
cool.
Yeah, you start the haunted house. Our haunted house starts with the patrons or whatever customers walking across a bridge over the lake, and so you go in right into Camp
That's
Crystal Lake. It's really
That's
bad.
pretty awesome.
I've never heard of another haunted house doing that, so it's a cool dynamic. So, but yeah, we'd love to have you out there.
Definitely.
I'll gladly promote you guys when that time comes.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
What's the last concert you went to?
Last one was Knotfest. It was Slipknot,
Okay.
Killswitch Engaged, Code Orange, and I'm trying to think who the other ones were there. Next
You like
concert
Mudvayne?
will say it again.
You like Mudvayne?
I'm actually seeing them July 31st.
Nice.
It's Rob Zombie, Power Man 5000,
Power
Static
Man.
Oh,
X,
wow.
Oh, shit. I didn't know
and Mudvayne.
That's awesome.
Pretty badass show.
My first show back will be Alanis and Garbage.
Ooh,
I
Wow.
love garbage.
That's
That's his favorite band.
Then after
Old
that, I
school.
think I have Hailstorm and Pretty Reckless.
Okay.
Then September is Five Finger Death Punch and Megadeth.
Megadeth, yes. Love Megadeth.
So do you set up out there, or are you just going as like a fan, or
No, What I normally do is I get there early and tailgate, and if I just promote myself while I'm out there. I don't, what do you
That's
call
cool.
it? Because most of the venues, I'm not allowed to bring any of my stuff in. So I'm doing everything through my cell phone. I'm not going to bring cameras and stuff with me for it to be sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I do have my press pass and everything, but I'm not going to jeopardize me bringing my stuff with me and not able to use it. Cell phones today, you can just use your cell phone, and
Yeah.
if you have to edit. If not,
Yeah. That's cool.
I was just in Cleveland. I went to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you guys get a chance, please go.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've
I would
heard.
love to.
People that have been said.
You need at least a good 3 hours when you're there.
Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Cleveland. It's literally right next to
Pyramid
the
Ren's.
Oh.
They're inducted this year.
Oh, shit.
They got the most votes of out of them. Eminem, Billy Idol.
Duran, that's long overdue.
Yeah, definitely long overdue. Seems how some people have been in there twice.
I think we have to go now because he's a big Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Yeah.
So we'll go out there.
yeah. It's not. It's
it's in Cleveland.
I know, but
yeah. You,
Yeah.
he's not a
you guys-
Cleveland Browns.
I have family in Cleveland and Cincinnati, so
yeah. It's a nice trip.
That's awesome.
Then go to Little Italy. You guys will
Yeah.
love it out there.
my dad lived. So he was born in New Jersey, and he was raised up until like 16 in Cleveland. So I mean, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. He knows all
What part of
about it.
Jersey?
Passaic. I think that's the county. I think.
Passaic. Yeah.
Yeah, Passaic. Yeah. And then Cleveland. One of my uncles still lives in Cleveland. The other one lives in Cincinnati. Is in. Man, I'm trying to think of. Can't think of the part of Cleveland, but
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So what are you guys working on now?
We are working on a new song that is, man, it's
amazing.
yeah.
We cannot wait. We're chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
We're working on making some bad decisions.
Yeah.
That's what the new song's called, and we can't wait for everybody to hear it. It's just
It's
It is
a
true.
monster, man. It's
Absolutely.
It's got some like arena 80s bands like Journey type stuff, that's big keys, man, big guitar, like
Yep.
it's right in your fucking face. I mean, that's for sure. But it's we like it.
so we're gearing up. We're playing 2 shows this month, back to back. We have a pop culture convention coming up on June 25th and 6th, and we're playing the pre-party on the 24th with a bunch of the AEW wrestlers, female wrestlers, and they're Thunder Rosa. She's got a huge following. She's going to get up and sing with us on stage, and
Really?
then the very next night we've got a whole bunch of the old WWF wrestlers from the 80s, 90s, like Jake the Snake and Million Dollar Man, Sergeant Slaughter. And so they're going to be all
Really?
hanging out. We're doing an after party for the convention on Saturday night, the 25th. So
That's pretty cool.
we're practicing on that too and finishing this song.
Do you have any messages for your fans?
If you haven't heard our music yet, we urge you to go listen to it. It's available on every streaming platform, whether you're Apple user or you use Spotify and
music.
Google Music,
I don't know, yeah. There's a lot of them.
Every one of them.
YouTube, whatever. You can download our Night Affair EP, and we just released that in January. So there's 4 songs on that, and then we released our version of the hit song "Send Me an Angel" from the '80s, and we're signed to Curtain Call Records, so they put us out. So we're just eager to get out in the world and everything go back to normal. I mean, it kind of is now, and just
we were in the full swing of a tour right before COVID, and it's taking this long to get shit moving again, you know, to get everybody else, you know, to kind of go.
So message to fans, go on your computer and look up, or your phones, look up Murder by Love, The Night Affair, and it'll pull up our songs. And just, even if you're into like metal music and stuff, I mean, I feel like we love metal music. That's who we are, but
it's got a rock edge to it for sure.
Yeah.
Hard rock edge.
there's something for everybody, but it has a lot of synthesizers and everything in it, so it's heavily influenced by the 80s and everything, but it's positive music, and it's stuff that people need to hear in this dark time that we live in.
So you're on all social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can go on our Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. Now we're on TikTok. We just started that. And so we're actually having a contest also, that the person that, if you're a big TikTok user and you have a lot of followers, you can go on our Murder by Love TikTok page and grab one of our songs on there and do your dance video or whatever the hell you do on TikTok and your rendition, and whoever gets the most views wins $1,000. So
That's pretty awesome, guys.
Yeah, we're having a contest for it right now, so you can just go on there and pick whatever song and do it.
I might just do that, though.
Yeah.
I just might do that. You might see me somewhere.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna let you guys choose what song you want on the Spotify list. What song do you want me to put of yours?
Paint the Town.
Paint the Town.
All right. When we get off, I'll add you guys to Paint the Town.
Thank you.
So I also have a Spotify list with almost everybody I've interviewed.
Okay.
Not everybody, but I choose certain artists to put on there for everybody to, if they catch it, they can watch the list. It's growing
That's
at
awesome.
the moment.
That's
We
awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, we wrote
also
that. Go ahead.
let me know when you have flyers, tag me in it, and I'll put it where it needs to go.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we wrote that song, Paint the Town, just about going out and about those invincible nights, the nights you feel invincible, drinking and having a good time, and you just let everything go. So I think everybody, that's what I love about our music. I feel like anybody can relate to it in their own life in their own way. It's just, we write about things that most people have had the joy of living themselves, so they can relate to our music a lot.
Last two questions here.
Okay.
What was the best advice you were ever given?
Music wise, or just in general?
I think just generally.
Generalized.
If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change.
Wow. That's deep. I like that.
Pretty deep.
Mine's somebody was just, it's not worth sweating the small shit, man.
Not worth sweating the small shit. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Just not worth it.
Steve, do you have one?
Waste too much energy on it.
It's a pretty short one, but don't overthink it.
Okay. All right. Best advice I've ever been given is probably don't don't ever be afraid to dream big.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that should never be taken away from anybody. This life drags us, all down, and you got to find ways to rise above, and don't ever stop dreaming.
Yep.
Whatever you can dream, go out,
And fucking do it.
get it. Take your dream. Take what you think you're deserved.
Helps you stay young.
It does keep you young. I mean, look at us. We're like 78 years old, and
We still play with toys. I mean, we'll take you to the toy room. It's just right over there. I mean,
yeah.
we got everything. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, everything.
We have all the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Come out.
After this, we're gonna crack open a box of C-3PO cereal and have some dinner.
Hell yeah.
Some 1983 C-3PO cereal.
It should still be good, right?
It's real crunchy.
It's sealed out. It's sealed.
Paid $1,000 for that box. Come on.
The best diarrhea I ever had.
So, any advice for anybody coming up in the industry now?
Oh man.
Man, just do you. Be you. Don't like conform. You know what I mean? Just do you.
Don't get jaded, man.
Yeah.
'Cause it's fucking easy.
Once you start, don't ever stop. Don't let up. Don't falter. Don't
listen to the naysayers.
don't let life get in the way of your dreams. So you have to find a way, and it's not easy, obviously, but it's just whatever you're gonna do it, and do it with all of your heart.
And stick to your guns if you feel like if it's something because there's so many times that people have tried to change somebody, and when they don't, it's when it becomes fucking big. Like,
Yep.
if you truly feel it, man, don't let anybody. Stick to your guns. That's it right there.
I would like to thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
having us. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on your show, man.
Definitely.
You guys have a great night.
You too.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, man.
yeah. Take it easy.
Later.